Was there a role model that you had when you were growing up?
Jackson never got the recognition he should have from Jamestown area.
Robert Jackson.
Yes,
yeah.
Robert Jackson. I really don't. I'm not an attorney or anything, but I do think he was one of the greatest living Jamestownians, and I don't think he's got the recognition he should. My personal, because of his personal. He was a good advertisement for Jamestown. That's the only way to put it.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever meet him?
No. I wish I had. A lot of people, but I did. I've never met him.
One of his confidential clerks, a guy named George Niebank, is going to speak at our Centennial Bar Association dinner, which is the day before your dinner at the Athenaeum. So here's a guy that actually worked with Justice Jackson. He's going to speak. And Niebank is originally from this area. And the guy who was also his sidekick as confidential clerk for Jackson was a guy named William Rehnquist. So the Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court was a confidential clerk for Robert Jackson.
I mean, now, is this George Niebank that was the head of the bank here?
His son, yeah.
Oh, his son was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned Jackson out of the blue here. Yeah. I'm a big fan, and I agree with you 100% that he needs to have as much recognition as possible. It's extraordinary what he accomplished.
He did. He did. And I think he's a great accomplishment for Jamestown, or somebody we should be really proud about. I really do. He had very high integrity. Anybody that participated in the Nuremberg trials, there's no greater trial in history than that was, and he was a head man of that.
No question.
So I like him very, very much. We should start working on something, a big project that will help the city.
What a great idea. Great idea.
Yeah, I you know, something like Reggie done it, you know, the Civic Center, he did a real good project there. Something in that order. Doesn't have to be a theater or anything like that, but something that all the people can contribute. You know, well, when I say contributed, they'll enjoy it.
Sure.
The reason I really love Jamestown, I think it's the greatest town in the world, and I think that again, we go back to, it's a very poor town. We have to call a spade a spade.
That's right.
And anything we can do to upgrade our town, we should do. And let's face it, we've got a ways to go, but if you can believe the politicians, they're going to help us. And, you know, and they'll need a lot of outside help. It is a plaque that says 100 years from now, it will not matter what my bank account was, or what sort of house I lived, or the kind of car I drove, but the world may be a better place because of me. And I keep that right here.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah, yeah.
Terrific. What a legacy.
We should start working on something, a big project.
You didn't realize
Yeah.
The big mistake was letting it be recorded. At least you could have denied it otherwise. We could have gotten a good attorney for you.
That says 100 years from now, it will not matter what my bank account was, or what sort of house I lived, or the kind of car I drove, but the world may be a better place because of me. And I keep that right here. That's enough of that. That's one of your schmooze.
You better be careful, Greg. If too many people see.